Welcome to my demonstration on how to make creamed potatoes. We start with a russet potato, spin it around a bit for fun, and this is a 14-ounce potato, and that would serve two. If you do two of these, you're going to serve four. It depends on how much you want to eat. So chop away. Small pieces are better because it cooks faster when you put it into boiling salted water. Chop like a pro. So now we'll place the cut potato into a large pan and put water 3/4 of the way up and a teaspoon or two of salt. I want to demonstrate the doneness of the potato. You can overcook potatoes and then you end up with this miserable mess. So you want to boil them for maybe 6 or 7 minutes, but one of the things to do is test a piece. And I test it with a fork, and I just crush it, and I make sure that the inside is still dry. Fabulous colander, red enamel, purchased at a flea market, of course, and an even better ricer. This ricer was given to me by my grandmother, well used, and this is how you rice potatoes. And ricing potatoes removes imperfections and impurities if you didn't peel it perfectly and maybe you had an eye left in it. The ricer doesn't go through the ricer and you just get the white flesh of the potato, and look how perfect that is. So that's the ricing of the potato, and this step is so important when you're making beautiful mashed potatoes, and in particular creamed potatoes, which are just a looser version of mashed potatoes. And I think this is easy, and all you have to do is go buy yourself a ricer if you don't already have one. So now we're ready to put together our mashed potatoes. It's a combination of butter, milk, and salt. In this case, I'm using 4 tablespoons of butter. It's softened, it's not melted, but the heat of the potato as you mix will melt the butter. With the milk, we're going to start with a 1/2 cup. You don't want to put too much milk in because they might just become too liquidy and you can't really take it out. So then stir and test the consistency. So now you just take a test, and yeah, that's mashed potatoes. Those are pretty firm, and if you want to go further, add more milk. And in this case, we are going to go further to get closer to creamed potatoes. That's another 1/4 cup of milk. And then, of course, you have to salt. And salt is a matter of taste. You add a little again. Don't add too much because you can't take it out. So add some. That's maybe 1/2 teaspoon. You're most likely going to need more than that. And the only way to find out is to taste. And taste hygienically with a spoon. Don't stick your finger in there. And only use the spoon once. No, we need more. These storage containers are great, and I just put the finished potato in them and I'll store it in the refrigerator. And I do things like this way ahead, so I would get these done 2 days in advance of any event that I was throwing, and you're just going to bring them back to temperature in the microwave. Now on the day of the party, I would transfer this to a microwave ready container that has a little more room in it and a lid, and then I would hit them for a minute or two, take a spoon and stir, and see if it needs some final adjustments. It might need a little bit more milk, a little bit more butter to get them exactly the temperature and consistency you want.